one. You're gonna put this on the side. Please draw it on the side of the first page. We have 3 inputs on this one. So if you can put it on the side, please draw it on the side right here. Just draw it on the right-hand side. Make this picture. This is an AND gate, which means that it likes all ones. But it has 3 inputs, which means that we have to make a bigger chart because there's 3 inputs. This is just to show you that if the chart needs to be bigger, the chart's going to get bigger. Okay? The lab's going to have one with 4 inputs, and then you're going to see how big the chart's going to get. In the first case scenario, the chart was only 4 squares. In this scenario, how many squares do you think this one's going to have? 9. Very close. Getting closer. You guys are all around the answer I'm looking for. Let's take a look. A, B, C. We have the 1's place, the 2's place, and the 4's place. So you add those up, what do you get? 4 plus 2 plus 1 is 7. And you have to include what number in it as well? 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Miss Nicole is correct. You have 8 combinations of 1's and 0's. Okay, so we're going to go through them. First one's easy. 0, 0, 0. Next one, let's try and write these as straight as possible. 0, 0, 1, because that's 1. How do we get 2? Just B. So it's going to be 0, 1, 0. 3 is 0, 1, 1. Next one is 1, 0, 0. 1, 0, 1. 1, 1, 0. And last but not least is 1, 1, 1. And then we're going to look at my output. My output requires me, this is called an AND gate for a reason. AND means that I want all 1's. Which one's the only one that works here? The last one. So the last one's the only one that's acceptable. So it's going to be 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. And that's how we go through the progression of each one. This is a question that you're going to put on the side. You were supposed to copy it all down on the side. I will come back to this one in a bit, so we're going to go through the next one. Next one, we're going to combine a bunch of things together. So this is where you have to stay organized, and this is where you have to write out all your work. If you don't write out all your work, it's going to be a problem. So let's start with this. We're going to start with, let's start with AB. This is any guys you guys have a game with it? That's 150. So okay, so everyone got A and B? Oop. That's there for a reason, but I will delete that and I'll explain that after. You're gonna be like, what is that? Alright, so we have 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, you're gonna label everything that has an operation. This should be the next one, problem 4. Turn it over. Problem 4. Okay, every time you have an operation, just like this, every time you have an operation, you're going to make another letter. That's why I have extra columns now. You're going to add a new column every time you have an operation, because if this thing gets really large, if you screw up somewhere, we can trace where you screwed up. It makes life easy instead of doing the whole thing all over again. We don't want to do the whole thing over again. I know most of you guys are like, I'm not going to redo this. I'm like, well, if we can retrace our steps, you only have to erase one number, maybe 4. So, a knot, the opposite of A in geometry. Does anyone remember the opposite of A? B. Nah. It is called A naught. You're going to put a line over it. If you put an A over A, it's called A naught. That is the symbol that we're going to use for this. So that way you can tell right when you write it on the next column. We're going to put A naught, which means we're going to take A and flip all the answers. Every answer that you see, you flip them. So if you take a look, my answers for A is 0, 0, 1, 1. Which means that if we flip them, it's going to be 1, 1, 0, 0. Yeah, that's what an inverter does. An inverter. So remember, an inverter flips all your answers. An inverter flips all your answers. So you take A and you flip them over. So 0 becomes 1s and 1s become 0s. Now, I'm going to redraw this. B goes all the way over here. My Y value is consistent of A naught B. Which means that I What? Why is it giving me a circle? I don't understand. Oh, because I want a square. What? Ah, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, which means, that took a while, which means that we do not need A anymore in this case. You're not erasing it, but we're not looking at it for the answer. So, okay, so A naught B, we're going to look at this. This is called an AND gate for a reason. This is an AND gate, so that means that it is all ones. Because it's all ones, we know that the only answer is this one. We go down the row. 0, 1 is 0. 1, 1 is 1. 0, 0 is 0. 1, 0 is 0. So that's my answer. Any questions on that? Good. Last one. We're doing this one before my computer dies. We're going to do this really quickly. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to label everything here. We have A, B. This one should be the next one after that. This one should be problem 5. Okay, so we have A, B. We're going to label all our answers. A, B. This one should be C because of the fact that there's another operation. B comes down here, so the answer to B on this case would be B naught. And then we have Y, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 columns on this one. So we're going to go through this. So our first one is A, B. We're going to do all the things. 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Okay? Fairly easy. The next we're going to is we're going to plug in our next column. Our next column should be B naught or C. You could do either one. B naught or C. I probably would like to put B naught there because it's closer. And then just flip all our answers. So we have 0, 1, 0, 1. The answer should be 1, 0, 1, 0. Now, for C, we're looking for A and B here. Right, so this is an OR gate. Because it's an OR gate, it likes any ones. Anytime you see a 1 somewhere, it'll work. So the first one, you're looking at AB. So 0, 0 is 0. Next one is 0, 1. There's a 1 there, so that works. This one's 1, 0. There's also a 1 on the next row, so that works. And last one is 1, 1, which works. Now, the last one, which 2 columns are we going to use for the last one? B naught and C, or C and B naught. We're going to use those 2. Everything else is ignored. I don't need to worry about A and B anymore. We're going up to the next 2 rows. So, huh? These you have to memorize. This is an OR gate. Look at A and B. OR gate means any ones will work. So A and B, 0, 0, does that work? So that's why it's a 0. 0, 1. Yes, so that's why it's a 1. 1, 0. Yes, so that works. And then 1, 1, it works too, so that's how you get that 1. Y is going to be the same case. Y is an AND gate, so I'm only looking at all 1s. It has to be all 1s between C and B naught. So look at C and B naught. This one's 1, 0. Is yes or no? No. Next row, 0, 1. That's a no. 1, 1. That's a yes. And then 0, 1 is a no. That's how we get our answers. Because it's an AND gate. AND gate means you need all 1s to work. Both of them have to be 1s. So the AND gate means that it has to have double 1s or all 1s. So because we are looking at, because we're looking at just B, not in C, we're looking for double 1s. Yeah, this one only has 2 gates. This one has 3 gates. If you look at the other problems, the gates get longer and longer. So that's why you get more and more columns. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have you continue this. Your grade is when you finish